All right, so today we had another weekly Warriors Den live stream, and this week it was another pretty interesting show where they talked a little bit about year 4 and of course the cool event that started today. There's not a whole lot to go over, so let's not waste any more time and get right into it. So let's start off with this season's event. It's called Zhanhus Gambit, and believe it or not, its game mode is actually a PvE event, the first one since the well-loved Test Your Metal, and I'm actually pretty excited for it, as I'm always up for a change of pace with this game. The game mode may be different than what I expected, but with everything else, we get the usual stuff. The new main menu theme, new outfits, new weapons, effects, outline, minions, so on and so on. The game mode itself is called the Emperor's Escape. It's a 4-player PvE co-op mode where your goal is to escape Chang Pass with the Emperor. Basically, you capture these zones to progress through the map. As you move through the map, enemies will spawn from all directions to try and defeat you and the Emperor. It gets tougher as you move on, and of course, if you all die, you lose. If the Emperor dies, you also lose. There are also cursed enemies that you'll encounter who have special modifiers, sort of like in arcade, that'll try to slow you down as well. And that's about it. As I said, it's a nice change of pace, and hopefully people enjoy this mode, as a lot of people have been asking for Test Your Metal 2, and while this isn't it, it is PvE, so let's see if people play this for a while. To me, it looks a lot more fun than the event we got last season, so let's enjoy our time being annihilated by level 3 bots with power-ups. As for customization, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of stuff this season, a nice effect, some pretty cool illustrious outfits, one including another pet, and new weapons that you'll be able to loot, and the stuff that you can buy with steel, like the illustrious outfits, will be in the shop. This set of weapons are actually pretty nice. It's another pretty flashy set with a whole lot of purple, but some of them do look really good, so I'll be sure to grind out for the ones I really like Nabushis, Raiders, Zerkers, Mushas, Shamans, Zhanhus, Orochis, and Tiandis. Last few seasons, a lot of you guys who didn't get to see the weapon showcase live wanted me to include it in a separate video, but I am not going to make a separate video for a weapon showcase, so at the very end of this video, I'll roll the showcase for you guys who want to see it. No new finisher this season though, or at least they didn't show us a new one, which is a bit of a bummer, but oh well. Other than that, they talked about tournaments as usual and talked a little bit about year 4, the year of reckoning, but didn't mention anything new that we didn't cover last week. They did mention that the story will have something to do with the cataclysm being over and people looking for a reason to fight. They brought up how the testing grounds will be a very important part of this upcoming year, which is nice to hear as they have plans to look at a few game modes as well, and they reiterated that the all access competitive program is still a thing. I still have no idea what that could be or what that could mean, but I'm interested and I'm hoping that it includes something like Ranked Dominion, or if we're really lucky, I'd like to see something that we see in another game. Forgive me, Fortnite has a really cool competitive system built right into the game that I'd love to see make its way into any other game. Of course, I don't think any other studio or game would just be throwing out life-changing prize money like they do, but other rewards would be cool, like exclusive effects or emotes for winners of a weekly cup or tournament, or a special icon next to their name or something, you know, something to really get people interested and willing to invest their time into playing a bit more seriously. Anyways, that's all I've got for this video. The big news this week is the event. Now we just wait a few weeks and year 4 will be underway. We'll be finding out more as to what's to come sometime in January, and that's what I'm really looking forward to now. But for now, we've got this event to enjoy. As usual, I do want to know what you guys think, so be sure to talk to me down in the comments about anything we talked about in this video, and I'll leave you guys with the weapon showcase.
So basically the overall theme is mythical creatures, starting with the Black Queen, so nice. That's the Chinese one, but then start with the night ones. I believe it's Pegasus?
Beautiful. Yes, the Pegasus.
I wonder if Pegasus actually has a horn. Maybe horn, unicorn?
And the Peacekeeper.
Peacekeeper's weapon.
Beautiful. Very nice. So again, a lot of purple, I feel, is
Yes.
coming out. And of course, we've been talking about purple almost all stream. But
It's not a coincidence.
no, it's not a coincidence at all. Very nice. So this is for the Centurion, I'm assuming.
All right.
And I ask this a lot, but I feel like it's important to understand the process that you guys go through when it comes to, you know, making these weapons and how you guys can be creative every time that there's a new event or a new season and stuff like that. Of course, with the year 4 coming up, there's the new armors that we announced, right? That's going to be coming then. Yeah, we did announce it. Don't worry. But so when it comes to the weapons and looking at these events and stuff like that, like, where do you guys draw your inspiration? Is it from the event itself and saying like, okay, how do we combine, you know, the lore of the event and stuff like that? with the
It comes from
weapons?
everywhere, but then yes, lore from the event, we try to find the right reference to start from there, right story. Or sometimes we throw the idea too, and at least then we kind of try to get to sync at one point.
Nice.
That we need to take a look at it for a moment.
Yeah, this is absolutely stunning. Is this Pegasus?
I think so.
Yeah, beautiful. For the Conqueror, beautiful shield. And of course, every time you have a shield, you have a lot more surface to play with.
Huge surface. We have a freedom to do all the drawings, all the sculpting there. So that's a beautiful. Another.
Yeah, Black Prior. Of
Exactly.
course. Look at that. The horn itself, emerald. Look at this.
I need to go and actually play the game to loot this thing.
Yeah, it's absolutely stunning. So again, guys, these are all lootable weapons. So during this event, you'll have the chance to really get all of the. Well, I mean, as much as you can play, you guys will have the chance to get these weapons. So it's really, really awesome. With the theme itself, all purple. So now we're getting into the Vikings, the Raiders weapon.
Yeah, I think this one is a Kelpie. It's a Celtic legend.
Yeah.
It's a water spirit that actually appears as a horse, but then it can turn into a human form.
Nice.
So inspired by that story, and then we try to create the weapons.
For me, it's always the details that just get to me.
We can't
It's just
stop it. We just
so insane.
Yeah.
Everything looks like it hurts, but at least
Hurts.
it's beautiful. Yeah, I mean it's sharp weapons we're
Yeah,
talking about
true.
here. Look at this.
A lot of Damas blade that you can see a lot of patterns on the centers.
Yeah,
But then this time there's a little bit of tint on it, so it makes it pops up.
very nice.
Super
Against the
quiet here.
Warlord. Yeah. Well, we got music that's playing.
Okay.
We want to let them bask in this.
Okay, I
right?
see.
Look at this. Beautiful. And the Jormungand.
Another one that I need to get it.
Look at that. Is that like the hair of the animal there? Oh
Of
my
course,
god.
of course.
Of course it is. It's no joke. Sorry, we're discovering this with you guys back at home, so this is beautiful. Well, obviously not you guys. You guys worked on it, but I have. So.
It's been a while, so I also kind of discovered a lot of things.
Yeah.
And for samurai creature, I think we lost.
There we go. Yeah, now we're into the samurai. Here we go.
Okay,
Kensei,
it's,
of course, my boy.
I think it's a deer of Nara,
Nice.
and they
Just magnificent.
this creature in Japanese, I think that means a lot of reincarnations,
Okay.
and they tend to be a messenger of the god. It was pretty fun to kind of research all those mythology that I used to do in college.
Nice. I didn't study much in college.
Yeah, I'm just saying that.
Look at this. Shinobi. So the one before that is the Orochi. Sorry, just want to make sure. This is the Orochi and that's the Kensei, correct?
Kensei, Orochi,
Yeah.
and Shinobi.
Nice. Ah, of course.
Yeah,
Dual.
we should.
I love the duality here. Look at this.
There's always yin and yang, and then red and the blue, as you and me.
Magnificent. That looks like it hurts. Beautiful. I hope the music is intense right now because right now we're just basking in this.
And of course,
Look at
it's
this.
always a bigger surface makes us more fun
Yeah.
to play, but at the same time, that doesn't mean that it's
Well, it must be
less
more
fun.
challenging, you know.
It's
like
much more challenging with
yeah.
the smaller pieces to make sure that the theme is injected in the design.
Yeah. Look at this. Wow.
This one reminds me of Princess Mononoke, the spirit,
Yep.
the king of the wood or something.
Yeah. Well, it's scaring
I
the shit
forgot
out
the
of me.
name.
That's for sure.
But lastly, our main creature, the black quillin.
Yeah.
The black quillin is the mixed creatures that I think it has a head of the dragon,
Mm-hmm.
antlers of a deer, fish scale of the body
Nice.
of fish scale, and the lion's tail and the hooves of ox.
I feel like just like in terms of fashion for this event, it's just a great thing, right?
I'm not just mixing things up,
Yeah, no,
making
no.
this up.
No, I know you're
I
not.
know.
I know you're not. You did your homework back in CJIP as well, in college. Look at this. Beautiful. You guys are not joking around. Look at this. Wow.
It's a fantastic work in Chengdu studio. They always do a great research, great design, and a great.
Can we get an
works.
overview shot of all the weapons just like backing away? Yeah, a little fade away. Look at this. Look at this. All of these weapons. Again, guys, this is lootable weapons during the event from December 19th, the Zhanhus Gambit,
Yep.
December 19th to January 2nd. So all of these available for you guys back at home. Thank you guys so much for your time. Like, look at this stuff. Look at it. Just beautiful. And all available during this event. So thank you so much for taking the time to show this.